Hello and welcome back to You Like It, We Don't. I'm one of your three hosts, Maeve.
I'm Erbia.
And I'm Ryan Johnson, and I'm here to make a better part 2 than the previous one by undercutting all expectations and subverting literally everything we've done up until this point.
Yes, you see, we're doing this podcast on a bus and we're being chased.
Yeah.
There's a tracker on the bus currently.
Yes, there's a chase scene, okay?
Yeah,
But
but unfortunately, the bus we're on is lighter than the truck that's chasing us.
yes, it's chasing us. So
Well, okay,
somehow,
it's the same speed for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason we're
But
not
you-
actually, getting away from it,
Yeah.
even though our bus is lighter.
Yeah.
Erbia,
We're gonna run out of fuel.
Yes, we're going to run out of fuel eventually. Erbia's going to leave halfway through this chase to go on a mission, and I'm going to do a mutiny on the orange-haired bus driver.
Yeah. And it's all gonna culminate into a suicide bombing.
Yes.
It's a suicide pact. Or the city of Boston is going to politely ask us to leave and not use their buses anymore.
Damn it, I hate it when they tell me not to do that.
Yeah, come on! It's funny!
But alright, welcome back everybody to part 2 of the State of Star Wars.
Let's see if we can be more chilled this
Yeah,
time.
we'll try our best not to lose our shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, as soon as we hear Ryan Johnson talking,
It's
that's
bit-
when we lose
that
our
bitchy
shit.
little voice.
But we will still be pretty angry though, so...
Okay.
Alright, our first thing that we want to talk about now is that not even the Jumanji director wants to helm episode 9.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
But Maeve, why the Jumanji director?
Oh, you see, the Jumanji director's father, was actually responsible for co-writing the old Star Wars movies. You know, the originals.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe we should get him. But no, he would rather make another Jumanji movie to go up against episode
Yes.
9.
But
Yeah, as he should though.
As he
Like,
should.
But
As he
But
should.
everybody hit the rewind button. Go back 10 years. Imagine you're a director. And you're told, hey man, what do you want to do? You want to direct Star Wars or Jumanji? You go, Star
Yes,
Wars.
Star Wars. You would never say
Yeah.
Jumanji
Now-
these days.
Now it's, hey man, you want to direct in Shutter Island 2 or Star Wars? Shutter Island. Yeah, it's better.
Do you want to direct Troll 4 or Star
Troll
Wars?
4,
Yeah.
Saw 1,052,052.
Yeah. Hey, we're
The
bringing...
Fast and the Furious 1 billion, like whatever. It doesn't matter.
You
what
Like
Yeah.
Killer
it is.
Clowns from Outer Space 3?
Exactly.
Jungle Book 2.5? Yeah, sure,
I mean,
whatever.
guys, at one point, this movie, Jumanji, was doing better at the box office. It was doing better at the box office for most of the time that Star Wars was in.
But they...
It has The Rock in it.
I mean,
like-
I know it has The Rock in it, but that's never a sign that the movie's gonna do well, without a doubt.
It means the movie's gonna be charismatic then.
Yeah, but like other than that, but even then though, I watched Jumanji, and honestly, I can say that Jumanji was it was a flawed movie. It wasn't fantastic, but I would rather watch that movie 1 billion times over than watch The Last Jedi again.
But didn't they outsell Star Wars, or did they just lead in the box office for a while?
They led in the box office for quite a while. I don't think that they outsold them overall though, but the fact that they beat them consistently throughout most of the weeks, excluding the Star Wars
Yeah.
main weekend,
I
where
wonder
we
if
were
Ju-
all innocent and we didn't know what Ryan Johnson was gonna do.
But how long did the movie last in China again?
Oh yeah, it was in China for 2 weeks
Yeah, 2
before it
weeks.
was completely
Yeah,
2
then people
weeks
got
and the
bored of
Chinese were like, get this bullshit
It
off
was
my
in
screen.
China.
I'll just watch government propaganda. This
In
is
China,
stupid.
a Chinese comedy called The X-File 3
Oh,
did
shit.
better than Star Wars The Last
Oh,
Jedi.
shit.
It
X-Files
was-
3?
It is X-Files
Oh
3!
my god, I missed the first two. I need to get these.
I mean, look, knowing the way the things are going now, number 2 was probably directed by
Yeah, Ryan Johnson. And the third one literally starts with, holy shit, what was that all about? Okay, we'll just say this is part 2, part 3, and then part 2 never happened. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. I mean,
It's the X-Files, by the way, you know. It was a dream. God,
I mean,
wish
isn't
this
it?
was a dream.
I mean, yes. Look, this director is saying that he doesn't want to, you know, have that pressure on him to make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, he's a huge fan.
Yeah, he's a huge fan. He doesn't want that pressure on him because he doesn't want to basically live in his dad's shadow because
And
his
he
dad did
knows
such a great
that no
job
matter
back in
what
the
he
day.
do, he
He's
can't
like, oh,
save it.
Pressure,
and also-
anxiety.
And also, let's be honest, if he came for episode 9 now, he would not be able to fix the shit that Ryan Johnson did.
J.J. Abrams can't fix what Johnson has done.
Not even
It's
Ryan
easy,
Johnson
just introduce
can fix
new
what he did.
characters.
Like, no one can fix it. I mean, I just feel
Or
sorry.
say the previous thing was just a dream, and like you
Yeah,
start over.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray had some bad shrooms and she went on a weird trip.
It was like, man, that sucked. Those rooms sucked.
Yeah, jeez.
Last time I take a death stick rectally.
However, in this situation, the whole world, all Star Wars fans took these terrible shrooms and we're all fucking
Yeah.
paying the price.
Death sticks, remember, right up Main Street.
Yeah. You want to buy a death stick?
Oh dear God, yes.
My dad stick there, sonny boy.
Let's face it, imagine you were in the cinema and someone came up to you. You want to buy some death sticks? Oh dear God, yes.
Yes, please. Oh wait, what do I do with these? Oh, you put them in rectally. Okay.
Okay.
At this point, I'm willing. I don't
Right-
care anymore.
Right up Main Avenue. Here we go.
It's like, God damn it! I'm 15 minutes into this movie. I want to kill myself. Like,
I'm 15 minutes in. I'm already pushing stuff up my ass.
So yeah, I feel sorry for Kasdan. Like seriously, like the fact that he comes from such a great pedigree, if you think about it.
Pedigree, he was
I mean,
bred.
technically he does, but it sucks though. Like it really does. I mean, and the fact that he wants to actually put the next Jumanji up against the next Star Wars, he must
It's
know.
a sign.
He must
Yeah.
know that the next Star Wars is gonna be shit.
It is gonna be shit.
Yes.
How can you fix this?
I mean, look, the thing is, he must know.
how
He
do you
must know.
fix a troll film?
You can't fix a troll film. It's impossible.
It's
You gotta kill the
designed-
troll
Yeah, kill the
Kill
troll.
the troll.
The
Yeah.
problem is the troll is
Like-
dead.
from South Park.
Yeah, kill the troll.
In Denmark.
Oh, it's such a shame. But alright, moving on to our next bit of news. It's that Trevorrow, the original director, Colin Trevorrow, was said by Mark Hamill that his Star Wars would have been epic. Mark Hamill was
It wouldn't be this bullshit.
Yes, Mark
we
Hamill was
got.
really looking forward to Colin Trevorrow's Star Wars. It actually cites that. Okay, let me.
Well,
check
first
over
of
here.
all, you'd actually see Luke training Leia.
Yes,
a novel concept.
He
don't
wanted
you think?
he wanted a couple of things. He wanted Luke and Leia to have a brother-sister moment in Episode 9, and showing Luke training
Is
Leia.
that going to be the same moment they
Yeah.
shared in Empire
And there was
Strikes
some
Back, right?
scene with boulders apparently that was supposed to be at the end of Force Awakens that Mark Hamill was like when he read the script was originally included and that got him excited, but they later
Yes.
took it out.
Yeah,
'cause they
exactly.
cucked him.
He wanted Trevorrow wanted Luke to be in Episode 9, and he was strongly against Luke dying in 8. And he actually says on record that he got fired due to creative differences. Now, you're going to hear this.
Standing up to
later
Kennedy.
on. You're gonna hear this later
Every
on.
time you hear creative difference,
Yes.
it means standing up to Kennedy.
Yes, because apparently he said that he tried, but Ryan Johnson and Kennedy just they wanted Luke to die in this movie. They had to have Luke die in this movie. They had to for some ungodly reason. God knows.
For
what
some
They need
retarded
to
reason.
kill off all the old cast so they go, right, that's those old Star Wars fucks dealt with. Right, now we can shape Star Wars the way we want to, and we're gonna have such a loyal fan base, and everyone's gonna be so happy, and they're gonna buy our stuff in Toys R Us. What? It's not selling? Oh, sweet Jesus!
Yeah, it's such a shame. Like he had a better vision for Luke's character. He had a better vision explaining why Leia would get powers. He had just everything sounds better for what he wanted to do, and Kennedy was just like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, you die, you die, you die, you die.
I swear, like I'm just imagining Kathleen
I said,
Kennedy
what-
on the
what's-
set of Oprah. With the cast there, it's like you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. You know,
They
everybody
kept looking at
died.
the.
And I just can't
script.
fucking
What's this
take-
weird curve thing that the characters keep going through? One arc? Yeah, straighten that out.
Yeah, straighten that out. I want no one to go through any arc. I don't want anybody to be a bigger part of anything,
Yeah.
and I want
No,
I want everybody to just randomly pull force powers out of their ass.
Yeah.
That's what.
And
I
what's
want.
this weird series of coincidences that seems to come together at this point? Plot point? Yeah, take that out.
Yes. I just,
Yeah, just everyone goes full retard.
Yeah, everybody
The
just
entire
goes
movie.
off in their own
Sounds all
direction,
retard.
somehow end up on the same planet.
I
Ugh.
just don't understand this. So apparently in Kennedy's mind, it was better to fire the guy who was making episode 9 because he had a proper vision than to hire now J.J. Abrams to fix the mess that she and Johnson
Yes, but
made.
they know that they've made a mess. Why else would she bring back Abrams? Because she knows, like I've said many times, Kennedy is in this for promotion. She hates being president of Lucasfilm. She clearly wants to climb up the Disney ladder. Now she needs to make it successful. Last Jedi has tanked. Now she's going, oh fuck, okay, listen, if the Schwollen movie doesn't do well and the whatever the fuck episode 9 is, the shit strikes the fan too.
I don't know.
Um,
Disney Strikes Back. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
It's not Disney,
I don't
it's
fucking
Kennedy's.
know.
Disney did Jack. Well, okay, Disney did give EA
Star Wars Episode 9.
license,
Kennedy loses her shit.
but- Yeah. And,
Oh
her
my
jo-
God.
and hopefully her job.
Just-
But okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. I swear, I think there would be, like, parties in the street if Disney said, right now, oh, listen, we're firing Ryan Johnson, we're firing Kathleen Kennedy. Everybody would be like,
And then, like, they
praise
announced
the
James
Lord!
Cameron is
Oh
coming
my
in.
god, yeah, imagine they get James Cameron to make
Oh
the
my
next
god, there'd be
trilogy.
like riots on
Yeah,
the street.
people would be flipping cars, mass hysteria, cats and dogs
Cats
living
and dogs living together, mass hysteria. That will never not be funny.
It would just, oh my god, and the thing is, they have Cameron now on their payroll after they bought Fox. Like,
No, they're probably going to send him off to make a Marvel movie. You know, why waste your talent on Star Wars?
oh yeah,
But what's the rumor floating around the internet? I mean, that
yeah.
Johnson did this to spite Abrams.
Yeah, so the rumor floating around the internet, but again, this isn't
This is
anything.
okay. This
There's-
rumor,
there's-
but it's the
this
only
is
thing
a
that
very
makes sense.
this is a rumor. This is just things floating on the internet. There's no proof to any of this, but it states that Johnson made The Last Jedi terrible and destroyed all the plot points from The Force Awakens because he has some beef against Abrams. You know?
Look, I know it's
And,
a
like-
rumor, but it's the only thing that
But
makes sense.
like honestly, it's the only thing that makes sense, and it sounds like something a kindergartner would do. And you know what? Johnson acts like a kindergartner whenever people talk to him about this movie.
He just
So I wouldn't be surprised.
but like I said, it's the only thing that makes sense. I've been racking my brain. I know why Kennedy did it. She wants a promotion, but why did Johnson do it? He knows.
He's delusional. I don't think that
Well,
guy.
Can
is
someone
entirely
really
there.
be that delusional? I think he knows he made a shit movie. That he'll never admit it because no one can admit. Just like every politician knows that they're an asshole. Yeah, or that every celebrity knows that they're a bitch. Yeah, it's everybody knows
Including
this.
the men.
Including the men. The men are just as much as a bitch. But everybody knows this sort of thing. They just feign, ignorance because you can never admit something like that in public. But he has to know that he did it, so I just
I mean,
can't
the
understand
thing
why
is,
he would do it.
I just don't-
Spite, anger, doesn't
And
he
the-
like
the
Star
thing is,
Wars?
At this point, like Ryan Johnson, basically because of his script and because he was sucking on Kennedy's dick, he got Trevorrow fired. If you think about it, because I'm pretty sure that he was pushing towards Kennedy hard about Luke dying. And Trevorrow got fired because he didn't want Luke to die.
Well, he was obviously saying, you can't kill Luke, I need him in my movie.
Yes.
Kennedy pulled her Oprah and said, you're fired.
Yes, so at this point, that means that not only did Ryan Johnson screw over Trevorrow, he's also screwing over J.J. Abrams now again. Because now J.J. Abrams needs to fix episode 9.
Look, Abrams is a brave man.
Yeah, but how could he fix episode 9 other than saying episode 8 didn't happen?
Look,
Yeah,
I don't
reset.
know. The only way that... Yeah, exactly. That's the only way that... Like, yes, if they show Rey waking up, or hey, Finn. Remember Finn was in that coma? Imagine Finn waking up and it's like, what a terrible nightmare.
Nightmare, you were in a coma. Oh,
That
it
was
shouldn't
the
have been...
shittiest nightmare I
That was
ever
the
had.
shittiest nightmare ever. There was this woman who would not stop micromanaging, and this one
And that whiny little
asshole.
bitch that says he wants to undercut everything, he doesn't understand foreshadowing, and then all the good guys are suicide bombers.
Yes, and I went to this awful planet.
And I was about to continue a story arc when some random chick crashes into me.
Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, damn, that's the last time I get stabbed in the back with a lightsaber.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Last
And in
time.
pose there. Wow, so that's what
Sometimes
happens if
that
you
happens.
give someone dead sticks in a coma.
Yeah, exactly. How many times has that happened? Last time I get stabbed in the back. with a
Plenty,
lightsaber.
alright? Stab me in the back with a lightsaber once, same on you.
Yeah.
Stab me in the back with a lightsaber twice. Can't get stabbed
Can't
again.
get stabbed again.
Yeah, because respawn's gone.
Oh my god, I just don't understand Kathleen Kennedy's logic. It's like she is purposely going out of her way to fuck up her career. Because let's be honest,
Now, in
this
her mind,
isn't going to work.
she thinks she's being brilliant. She thinks she knows exactly what to do. She's going to make a fortune and get promoted out of this shithole that she has found herself in. But that's why she's panicking. Why else would she fire or bring Abrams into this? J.J. Abrams to fix the last movie. She fires a director 70% into the Schwolo movie.
But okay, we're getting to Solo. We still have a long way to go.
Say it ain't so.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
But look, the thing is, overall though, I just wish John Trevorrow was allowed to direct episode 8 as well as 9, because he obviously had a great idea that he wanted to build upon, and Ryan Johnson just came in there right in between J.J. Abrams and Trevorrow, like he was the rotten meat in that sandwich. And just fucked up the sandwich, like completely. I can't believe that Kennedy allowed this shit to happen.
Anybody
I
else?
just can't fucking believe it.
Anyone else in the mood for a sandwich?
What
Oh, yeah, all day, every day.
After hearing about a moldy sandwich, really, man?
Yeah, you can scrape the mold off.
The shit meat in the center.
Deep fry the mold.
Deep fry the mold.
It'll
It
taste
just
nice.
after cooking it,
guys,
salt,
hang
it's
on. I'm gonna go
sentient.
make myself a sandwich.
But all right.
Moving
Moving
on
on to our next
swiftly.
one. Okay. This one pisses me off to no end, simply because of the way that Ryan Johnson actually talks to his fans.
He goes full retard in this
Yes,
one.
he goes full retard. He says that The Last Jedi reaction is not influencing his approach to the new Star Wars trilogy.
He's
that
so
is presented.
sensitive.
Oh yes, he's so sensitive. This
Especially
that.
when he's like really getting into Kennedy's dick, like
Yes,
really
because
getting in there.
In this article, it says that the Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy had such a positive experience with the filmmaker of The Last Jedi that she signed him to create a brand new Star Wars trilogy. Oh my god, like, isn't that the most blatant thing obvious? that he is sucking Kennedy's dick. Like, that is the most blatantly
a
obvious thing.
pleasant experience. Well, yeah, if you've had your dick sucked for 2 years straight, you're gonna be happy.
I mean, like, fucking hell. What the fuck is that even trying to say? It's like they're purposely saying that, yes, Ryan Johnson is just doing everything Kennedy wants.
He is the epitome of this little...
The perfect little puppet.
Yeah. He's the puppy. He'll just do whatever she does. She can feed him a turd and he'll eat it. And so thank you. And then pay for it. God, I want a sandwich.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Shit, I'm on your side too. Like,
What, you want a sandwich?
yeah, I want a sandwich.
Guys, I was
Cold
just
cut
talking
turkey.
about a moldy... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Guys,
Cold cut turkey. Alright.
No, I don't understand.
But anyway, so let's reenact the scene. You know, you be a Johnson. I'll be an idiot reporter.
Oh.
So, Mr. Johnson, has the criticism of your movie in any way affected your decision?
No, not really. I feel like every Star Wars thing that ever gets made has a big, loud response because Star Wars fans are passionate, and that's what makes them awesome. Dopey, dopey, dope.
Quoting, by the way.
And I don't think it's possible. If you're really telling a story you care about and having it come from your heart, it's just not possible to be intellectually processing what everyone else wants, nor would it be a good thing. A healthy thing.
Why are you sounding Jewish now?
I don't think that's a good way to tell a story.
I wasn't trying to sound Jewish.
Gee, Willy Wonka's Mr. Johnson, that
It's like,
sounds
you're
amazing.
I wasn't trying to sound Jewish. I just, like... It was hard to keep the same voice going on for such a long time. But as you can see from that quote, he's saying that he feels like he shouldn't listen because no matter what he did in the Star Wars movie, the Star Wars fans would overreact. And that's what he finds passionate about them because they're awesome. My God, you condescending pile of shit.
Name me one thing anybody was this upset about in The Force Awakens.
Nobody was this upset.
We had our grumbles. The movie was flawed, but nobody overreacted. In fact, everybody was like, "Hey, Star Wars is back." If we continue like this,
most people were happy.
Exactly, like even the people who really hated it. I know a couple of people who really didn't like The Force Awakens, but they did say that they understand that they needed to make that movie in that way to set up plot points. And that is a logical thing to think about because that is true. Then Ryan Johnson comes in here and he fucks up every fucking
he just
plot
goes,
point.
all those plot points, do the opposite. I'm a genius, what a twist. Where's Kennedy's dick?
Yes. And I just...
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, no,
Slurp. And how much of an idiot does he have to be that he can't realize that this isn't us being passionate, this is hatred. This is not passion.
Oh my God.
This is hatred.
He's aware. He knows.
I don't think he's aware of it.
He is not aware of this.
My theory is that he made a troll film. He's fully aware of all of this, and he just loves basking in it. He's just one of those people that sort of wallows in hate. I mean, he loves being Kathleen Kennedy's bitch. So clearly, being idolized is not his, ambition. Being, slime is. If you want to be somebody's bitch that badly, obviously you don't want to be on top, you want to be on the bottom. And he is at the bottom right now, where he's happy.
Guys, also from that quote as well, he also says that he didn't want to make something intellectually processing that everyone wants because it wouldn't be a good thing or a healthy thing,
Yeah, that's him just thinking people are stupider than he is. Like
he is basically.
Well, if I don't understand it, how other people gonna understand it? Like,
yes, exactly. You made a shit script. and then you made a shit movie around that script, and then you're surprised that people are hating on you, don't come here with your bullshit and try to wave it away as if
By
it's
the way,
nothing.
going into a movie with the attitude of, oh, don't be too hyper intelligent, our fans are not going to get it, that is never a good
That is
attitude to have
never a
making
good
anything. You can't just assume that your fans are idiots. How is that a good thing to assume?
I don't know. It's a lot of people do that with children's shows as well.
Well,
They
the thing
dumb
is,
it
But
down.
children aren't
shows are
idiots
made
either. Okay.
for children.
Children are a little blithering, but you know that's okay. Children can be idiots, but that's just because they haven't experienced the world yet. But that doesn't mean.
But
that
even
they're
still,
stupid.
you can make very smart things for children. Like,
The
look at some
thing
of these
is,
old
there-
Disney
there
movies,
were
like
some
Lion
great-
King.
There were some great
stuff.
old Disney movies, old animated movies, old animated series, which treated kids like we were actually adults.
Remember,
And we felt great about it. It was awesome because you felt, okay, oh, I get it. You know that moment when you finally realize something while watching it and you're like, oh, yes.
remember how scary
You know?
Yeah,
our movies
yeah.
used to be.
Yes.
Some of our movies were downright dark and scary. And
Did you guys see Secret of Nim? Like, that was like one of the
No.
most adult kid movies ever.
Yes.
Like,
No,
oh
I never
my
but
saw
God.
kids
Could've
get
been,
it.
but-
How the only thing that kids do is get things. If you think about it, a kid is a
Yeah,
sponge.
that's our whole thing.
All,
Yeah.
what all a kid is at that age is a sponge, literally absorbing everything. His mind is processing things at a rate
You know-
that no
you know what-
adult
you know what I think
can.
was-
So how can they be that
You know
stupid?
what I think was happening here? I think that Johnson wanted to make a movie for kids. And because of that, he treated all Star Wars fans like idiots in the movie. And he showed and he's still to this day showing immense disrespect to us as fans. And he made this shit movie knowing full well that it's filled with these plot holes, but it's fine, kids won't notice. The kids don't give a shit. Guess who's taking the kids to the fucking cinema, you idiot? It's the Star Wars fans! They're taking their children to see your garbage, and now they're not gonna take them anymore because your movie sucked ass!
Moreover,
Like,
what's the statistic at the moment? I forgot it. But the toys in
Oh,
Toys
yes.
R Us aren't selling.
Yes,
so even
they're
if the
not selling.
movie
Toys R
was
Us
catered
is
for
almost
kids,
like
Toys R
out
Us
of
is going
business.
out of business because Disney forced Toys R Us to overbuy stock of Star Wars. If you go into any Toys R Us right now, you will see shelves and shelves and shelves
Yeah,
of
well,
unsold Star
there's
Wars
a
shit.
YouTuber that films that.
Yes,
We'll try to stick a
world-class bullshitters.
yeah.
We'll
We'll
put
try
them
to
in the link.
stick a description in. We'll try to stick it in the description. But it's world-class bullshitters. So even the kids are like, "This is bullshit. I'm not interested."
Yes, in that video, the only time that that the Star Wars merchandise sold was when they were on sale down to $1.
Jeez.
$1. It's ridiculous.
Would you buy it for $1?
No! I wouldn't.
No.
You know what I would do? If somebody offered me a free Blu-ray of The Last Jedi, I'd spit in their face, take the Blu-ray out of their hands, throw it on the ground, and then mush their face into it and say, "There's your fucking free Blu-ray." Like, I can't...
Never give me something like that again, Mom.
So, no,
Okay.
Well,
All right, I'm
really?
okay.
Oh, that's the line.
Yeah, that's
we,
the line.
We found the line.
the line.
After everything we've done
Yeah,
on this
finally-
podcast,
finally-
that's the line.
Finally, we broke Urbia. I mean, okay,
it
look.
just came out of left field. Honestly.
Okay, the mom thing or the me spitting in the person's face?
No, the mom.
Oh, okay, yeah, the mom thing did come.
Come on. Okay, in case anybody's wondering, don't worry. I would never do that to my mom.
I do it to your mom.
Mostly because she
Oh,
could,
jeez, dude, really?
mostly because she could kick my ass. Like seriously, if I even tried that, she'd should kick my ass over 3 fences. So I'm not stupid.
I just, oh my god, I just can't believe this, guys. He is honestly treating us with such disrespect. I hope that okay, we will go and watch the Solo movie so that you guys don't have to.
Yeah, so you don't have to. We
will,
are willing
yes,
to do that for you
we're
guys.
willing to do that for you guys. We will see it. We'll put it out as soon as possible for you guys.
And then drink away the memories.
After that. We'll go to a Chinese, what's it?
Massage parlor?
No. Look, I was gonna say opium den, but hey,
whatever floats your boat.
That's just my association when anyone ever says the word Chinese.
So look, seriously though, I know that Solo is not being made by Rian Johnson, and hell, we will let you know.
But it is being made by Kennedy.
Yes. So look, if it's a good movie, we will let you know. We're not going to just be hating on it for hating on its sake. However,
though I am looking forward to it.
In all honesty, though, I hope that it is shit. Because if it is shit, then, we can just keep this ball rolling until Kathleen Kennedy gets fired out of a cannon. So I really hope that this at least carries on to some extent.
So anyway, moving over to another non-controversy controversy, Han Solo's posters had to lose the gun.
Yes.
Why?
Alright, so apparently they took the gun away for the posters because of the shootings that happened recently in America. And I understand why they took away the guns, but I don't see how taking a gun away from a Star Wars poster is going to change.
Take away the gun from the crazy person that keeps going into the school and shooting people.
Yes, exactly.
The funny thing is, I didn't even go to the school, so now they're all like, "Oh, let's implement metal detectors in school." Like, motherfucker, he wasn't even a student.
Really? He wasn't even a student?
I just love this reaction though. They won't take away the guns from the people that are using them, but oh no! Don't show a gun in a sci-fi poster movie.
Yes.
Sci-fi movie poster, sorry.
Really. And then, but the strange part is that Disney's doing this weird middle of the road thing. Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, they just zoomed in.
No, it's not that they zoomed in. It's just they released both posters internationally. So you have posters without him holding a gun, and posters with him holding a gun.
By the way,
it's strategic marketing. If you ask me.
Strategic marketing.
Look, if you look at him in the poster, not holding the gun. He just looks like he's seeing something very puzzling off screen. He looks like, he looks
like, you want me to do what in this movie?
Yeah, it's like Kennedy just unzipped and said,
what?
Now, Kennedy just unzipped and told him what he has to do to get in the movie. He's like, what?
Not again.
No.
How many do I have to suck to get into the business?
And the funny part is, this isn't even the first controversy with the posters, because about a month back, there was a controversy where the posters were plagiarized. They plagiarized a French artist who made covers for some vinyl records that took the obviously the same artistic style. And it's like they blatantly plagiarized.
Wow, so Lucasfilm just doesn't have creativity at all. I mean, they made a bunch of parodies. Posters that are more creative.
Yes, some of the Star Wars fans made some parody posters. We'll put the link down in the description.
They're funny.
They're very
funny.
So
funny.
They include
especially
Jabba the Hutt, Lumpy, and Porgs. Like it's hilarious.
And Ben Swallow.
Yeah, Ben Swallow. It's very funny.
How sad is it though? The Star Wars community has more creativity and insight than an entire goddamn marketing team.
The Star Wars community has more creativity and insight in their fucking pinky than the whole of Lucasfilm has.
By
right
the
now.
way, who did they contract to make the poster?
I don't know. They just said some contract.
Sorry, so you'd think a massive marketing firm would know what the word plagiarize means.
It's like, oh,
Never.
Never.
Good grief. There are universities that have an auto-plagiarization app that you can use when you put in your assignments. Those are universities with a fraction of the money. Jeez Christ.
I just don't understand how they're fucking up.
That's like
even on
having
the
an
most
account-
easiest level, making a poster.
That's like having
you
an
kidding
accountant that looks at a calculator and goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Yes, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you
You have
doing?
one job. You have
Yeah,
one
job.
fucking job.
Like we promised to give you money, and this is what you do to me. Like,
Yes,
Get the
like,
fuck
come
out.
on, Lucasfilm.
How hard is it?
Fucking just pull your head out of your ass.
At the risk of sounding like Jeremy Clarkson, making a movie poster. How hard can it be?
apparently, it's so hard that
Apparently,
you
it's
have to
the
copy
hardest
other.
thing
Yeah.
in the universe to do. You know what? When you're being run by Kathleen Kennedy, who doesn't understand what plagiarism is, apparently it's the hardest fucking thing in the universe to do.
Oh god, imagine she.
I wish someone could teach Ryan Johnson plagiarism. Maybe he'll plagiarize a good movie.
Oh, we can hope. We can hope.
Maybe he plagiarized a good
Maybe he
movie.
plagiarizes a
Yeah.
good Star Wars movie.
Since they like to mimic Star Wars so well, maybe they'll mimic it well. For
Yeah.
a fucking change. You want to make a New Hope? Good. Make a good New Hope.
I mean, is anybody looking forward to Ryan Johnson's trilogy? I sure as fuck
No.
ain't. I couldn't give less of a shit what he does.
No,
I could not give less of a fuck. Oh yeah, sorry guys, I also forgot to mention from the Colin Trevorrow. Colin Trevorrow also wanted Snoke to be alive in episode 9.
So he's just one of those people that's. Oh, look at him. It's an old fucking idea. It's like, keep your main characters alive, compelling villain.
Compelling villain.
Use a legend from the old series in order to give the new one credibility and prestige. Fucking moron. Those kind of ideas are gonna get you nowhere. Get with the times, old man.
I just get with the tone.
Get with the times, old man. Here we just kill off the main characters. We have shitty villains and female characters have a flat arc.
I just don't understand what the hell is going on. Whatever.
Oh, and minority actors have to fall in love because we're encompassing everybody's welcome.
We pointed that out in our extensive review.
Yeah, it's like
of the Last Jedi.
we
We
want to
said,
be more
you want
inclusive
to
than
be
when
more
minorities
inclusive.
fall in love.
Meanwhile, you make the minorities fall in love. Yes, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Although, actually, no, only one minority falls in love. I
Oh,
maintain,
yes.
I maintain, you know
No,
that?
Rose falls in love with Finn. Finn was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Look at that. Seriously, guys, if for shits and giggles you want to watch Last Jedi
But
again,
please don't.
pissed, drunk, or very high, for free. Don't buy anything. Just pause that moment where Rose kisses Finn. You can see on his face, like, guys,
What?
that wasn't in the script.
Yeah,
This
that
woman
was
just- This woman just kissed me for no reason. Guys, do we have to redo that one now? Guys! What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. But okay, moving on to some more solo news.
Kiss too. Okay. Moving on swiftly
Yes.
to.
So-
Oh, do we finally get to swallow now?
Yes. We finally get to swallow now.
I'm not gonna
That's exactly what Ryan Johnson said to Kennedy.
I get to see swallow again. I'm not gonna call it anything else now. Swallow.
What are you even talking about?
Talk about the solo movie, but okay.
The swallow.
There's some more news now going around about the Star Wars story and the details about the troubled production.
troubled.
All right, so
They're taking very tamed words.
Yeah, so
I'd
there's
say
a couple-
cluster shitstorm.
yeah,
is
so there's a couple of problems here. All right, so Phil Lord and Chris Miller were the original directors heading the helm on the Solo movie. They were about 70% of the way in.
And then Kennedy
And then
for
Kennedy
creative
fired
differences.
them for creative differences.
Again.
Yeah.
Which means and all right, boys and girls, what did we learn earlier? It means they stood up to Kennedy, and Kennedy doesn't like it when you stand up to her.
I mean, from what it says over here, and this article from Vulture, we'll put it down in the description. They do go into a lot of details, saying that the directing that went behind how Phil Lord and Chris Miller were directing wasn't sitting well with the actors. You know, the actors didn't really understand what was going on, because Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they like to take many shots of the same scene and see what sticks. You know?
Yeah, like 30 fucking shots, like,
Yes,
apparently.
and this was apparently confusing the cast.
The
And they didn't
cast
know what was
doesn't
going
need
on.
to know. They're actors. Act.
Yeah, it is strange that, because again, they are actors. I don't see...
Why does the actor need to know? Who gives a shit? But okay, it's... All an actor has to do is act. Who cares if they're confused? A movie isn't even shot in sequence. If anything, I'd argue you're always confused. Because none of the scenes are shot in the sequence that it goes into the movie, but okay. No.
Yeah, I mean, but look, from what it says here, it says that because of that, it was putting a lot of stress on them, and then they got Ron Howard to finish off the film.
Who's now
Thank God.
reshooting the movie.
Yeah, who's now basically reshooting the movie for a May release.
And this is not putting pressure on them.
Yes. Yeah, it's not putting pressure on them at all.
From, I had so much time I could do 30 shots of the same scene to, oh my god, you better nail this scene because we got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds to nail the scene.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds to nail the scene.
Go.
Oh, okay, shit, you fucked up. Don't worry, we'll come back to it later tonight. Later tonight? It's 11! Later tonight.
I haven't seen my wife and kids in 9 days. Can I go home now? Shut up. Have a salty drink.
Shut up. Have a suck on Kennedy. It's like fucking hell. I'm getting so sick and tired of all of this fucking drama that's going on. How do you make? I just
Drama
don't get.
alert.
Like, how does Kathleen Kennedy not know which directors she wants to hire? For what thing? And then when she does, she waits until they're 70% in before firing them.
Because the tension builds.
So
it starts out
stupid.
with...
It makes no sense.
Because I'm bringing to bitch, you know, she's one of those personalities where you can't tell immediately what a bitch she is. You know, when you meet her the first time, it's sort of, okay, she's a little unpleasant, but it's not that bad. Then by the time you hit 70% of the movie, you just go, oh my sweet fucking god. Micromanage one more goddamn thing today, and I will lose my shit at you.
And it's like, and I will quit. And then she's like, don't worry, you don't have to quit. You're fired for creative differences.
That's fine. When I'm fired,
rather
I
get
get a
fired.
severance package.
Exactly.
But
It is better if you get fired. Yeah, you get severance.
You get severance.
Yeah.
She goes, I get severance, bitch, and he walks off. And she's, fuck, I have to pay another one.
Yes, now, I mean, look, Ron Howard has done a lot of great movies, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
How
He's
do
done
you
Apollo
reshoot
13, A
movie
Beautiful
that's-
Mind, The Da Vinci Code, you know, okay, Angels and Demons wasn't that good, but okay, I mean, he has some
But
great
I don't want to
movies.
be very...
But the thing is, he's
those are-
reshooting a movie. He's not creating from scratch. Again, this is Kathleen doing that thing where she's now she's doing to him what she's doing with J.J. Abrams to fix Episode 9, but now she's doing it with Ron Howard to fix Solo. And she's like, okay, please, just come now. I fucked up. I fired the directors when they're 70% in, 3 months away from the movie. You know, like...
Like, holy shit. You
And Ron Howard's on the other side of the line. Jesus Christ, Kennedy, it's 3 in the morning.
It's like,
Couldn't
Jesus-
you wait until
It's
I
just
was
like,
away?
Jesus Christ, Kennedy. And it's like, how much? How much? Oh, fine, I'll be there tomorrow.
There's not too much longer until the movie comes out. Like, I wonder
Yeah.
if they're gonna be able to finish it on time.
I mean, look, I have a feeling that this movie is going to be a clusterfuck. You can't get rid of a director 70% into a movie and then expect things to be good.
Yeah.
Or even make sense. You're going to be able to tell.
Yes.
I will bet you anything right now that when we're in the Swallow movie, watching it, you and I will, all of us here, will be able to pinpoint the exact second when the second director takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like 70% of the movie in. Oh, okay, there we go.
No, remember, Ron's reshooting a bunch of scenes. So it could be here by the halfway point. We're like, okay, I see. Here we go. There it is!
It's like, okay.
There it is, I see
Okay,
it.
it's funny, whimsical, good action.
Did I tell you that? Why is Han Solo supposed to be the descendant of Jesus? Oh, right, there we go. I
That's
see it
why.
now.
Oh, wait, why is Han Solo a serial killer? Oh,
Okay. Why does he have to save 4 cardinals from a terrorist? Oh, okay.
that's
I
the
see
other
it. I see it now. Okay.
Because the thing is, Ron Howard does thrillers. He does thrillers.
Yeah, for the most part.
He doesn't really do sci-fis. You know, he did Apollo 13, but
That's a thriller.
that's more of a
Yeah.
thriller than a sci-fi.
It's based on a real story,
Yeah.
but still a thriller.
So
That just means that he can make something based on actual events very well. I have nothing
Yeah,
against
that's more
him as
historical. No, like.
Yeah, I have nothing
Sci-fi.
against him as a director. He's a brilliant director, but it's not his field.
it's not his field. I mean, look, he might surprise us. He might.
But
Okay.
we're still going to be able to tell when the
Yes.
director swap happens.
I mean, look, we'll find out. We'll find out very soon. Han Solo's coming out in May. So
The 25th of May.
25th of May. So it's around the corner. We'll find out very soon.
So hold on to your balls.
I can't
It's going to
wait.
be a ride.
You can't wait. You can't wait to
Yeah.
shit on this movie.
Because, like,
That's-
we had
can't wait.
a streak of shitty Star Wars movies from Rogue One to Episode 8. Like, I wonder if the third time is, like,
Yeah,
gonna
then
be the
I wonder
shit charm.
if the old saying is, if it's true, third time's a charm.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out very soon. And if not, and let's be honest, guys, if this movie is not good, then it will require J.J. Abrams probably selling his soul to the devil in order to get Episode 9 to be good.
It would probably James
If I
Cameron.
was him, I'd quit.
Yeah. No,
If,
look,
if,
I
the,
honestly-
if the Swallow movie sucks,
I
if
mean,
I was
would
Abrams,
not
I'd
be
go,
surprised.
fuck this,
I would
I'm
not
leaving.
be surprised if sometime next year, 3 or 7 months prior to Episode 9, J.J. Abrams either quits or gets fired due to creative
Creative
differences. Because think
Like,
about it.
J.J. Abrams is gonna need to, like, do some training montage in order to make the movie any good.
Exactly, like, it's a montage. It shows him, like, beating up, like, as a big, what a pig inside a freezer,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and he's running up the steps. It's just like, wait a second, how does this make me a better film director?
I've lost the plot.
I've lost the plot completely.
Hey, that means you're
Oh, that's
definitely
great. That
qualified
means
to
I
be
mean-
a Star
It's
Wars
like,
director.
hey, that means I'm doing what Ryan Johnson does. Oh shit! Okay, I need to do the opposite.
Yeah.
He goes to,
God.
like, some murky swamp and he finds James Cameron there. Like, just chilling. He's like,
Yeah.
please teach me.
Please teach me, oh great one.
Oh, why?
Please raise the Star Wars bar.
It's not gonna be hard.
Oh yeah, at this
You could-
point, let's be honest.
You could film Chewbacca taking a shit on a porg and it'd be a better movie.
At this point, I would say, I don't know. I feel like a fan-made movie would probably be better at this point.
Of course, it's tough to imagine what would be worse.
Story-wise, it would be better by far.
Remember?
But obviously, they don't have millions of dollars to make the CGI. But you know what? After watching The Last Jedi, I don't need CGI. I realized that while watching that movie is that Star Wars was never really about
Remember that
the
YouTube
CGI. It was
channel?
about the fucking story.
Remember that YouTube channel we saw a while ago, where it was literally somebody made a series of movies where one Jedi narrates what he's doing under the premise they're rebuilding the Jedi archives. It was just a series of still images and one guy with an epic voice telling stories about the Old Republic. It was only 12 episodes long, but I swear, those 12 short episodes of about 5 to 6 minutes long are more entertaining than the entire Last Jedi now.
Yeah.
I mean, are you surprised though? The Lost Jedi is the longest Star Wars movie ever made, and it's the worst Star Wars movie
Meanwhile,
ever made.
22 minutes of just a guy talking about the Old Republic is more entertaining.
That's ridiculous, honestly.
It is ridiculous.
By the way, why didn't they just make it about the Old Republic?
And you know what, guys? You know what the problem is? Is that at one point, Star Wars used to be this grand thing. Disney did not need to milk this, you know? If they wanted to have their trilogy, release a trilogy, then take a break. Release a trilogy, then take a break. But before you make your trilogy, outline the whole full script. That's what, like, Disney are trying to mimic what happened with the original trilogy. There were 3 directors directing there, okay, for each one.
Yes,
but
Lucas
they
knew
failed.
what he was
Yes,
doing.
they
Lucas
failed
had
to
the
point
vision.
out that Lucas wrote the full story prior to any of them directing. Here, no one knows what they're fucking doing. They're running around like headless chickens. And they just don't know what the fuck they have to do, story-wise, because no one knows what's going on.
That's quite ironic, though. Having a CEO that's micromanaging and nobody knows what the fuck to do.
Yes. That's how bad of a CEO Kathleen Kennedy is.
She micromanages everything, and yet nobody knows what the flying fuck is going on.
And it's just unbelievable. Like, how can you make a trilogy of movies without knowing how it's going to end? Are
That's
you a
ridiculous.
fucking
Like,
retard?
imagine if they did that in anime. Like, start
Yes,
this
imagine
long ass
that.
anime, not know. Okay, maybe Akira Toriyama is the only exception, but like,
Yeah, okay, One Piece had filler, but at no point did the writer not know where it was going.
no, but the writer knows what's gonna be
The
the
thing
last
is-
arc,
The
the
thing
last
is,
episode.
Like, most of these manga artists and manga writers know where the story is going.
Yeah.
There are some of them where they start the story, and then as they move along, they change how the story is going to end, but they still have in their mind
they still
the
know how it
overall
ends.
arc of how it's going to end. Meanwhile, here, it's one director writes and directs a movie, then the next director writes and fucks up the movie,
And then the
and then
third
the
one
third
has to
one is the
somehow
same director
save
from
the
first
second one.
and now he needs to save the
And
second
even if
director.
he does save it, that just resets it back to 0.
Yes.
Now, episode 10 has to be mind-blowing just to capture our attention. If it's mediocre, it's going, for fuck's sake, who gives a shit anymore? And just everybody goes back to what I would recommend them to do, the original trilogy. But hell, even the prequel trilogy looks like artistic genius now.
I mean, you know what sucks though is that Star Wars has turned in. It went from a $1 billion franchise, in my mind at least, to a franchise now that it's not worth almost anything. Like at one point in time, like all media related to Star Wars was great. I mean, okay, obviously not the prequels, but the games. Most Star Wars games were amazing. The original trilogy was amazing. You know, I mean, the prequels weren't that great, but after watching The Last Jedi, I hail them now.
Yeah,
as
they look
masterpieces.
amazing now, don't
Yes.
they? They seem sort of artistically quirky,
Yes.
don't they?
Yeah, you can say that.
They
Even
do
Jar
seem
Jar
artistically
doesn't
quirky,
piss
yes.
me off as much anymore. So they just go, at least it's not Johnson.
Yes, and that's what The Last Jedi has done, and I feel so sad now because everything of media right now with Star Wars is ass. They ruined
pure
the games.
ass.
They ruined the games by giving them to EA. they've ruined the movies by giving it to a fucking toddler, you know, who doesn't know how to fucking take any criticism and just goes la 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 la
And
la
then they
la.
ruined
honestly.
Toys R Us
You know?
by forcing them to buy
Yes.
surplus stock.
Surplus stock, yes. And
So
then
they
nobody-
ruined the
and then-
toys, they ruined the games, they ruined the movies. What's next?
Oh,
the
they
TV
all,
series?
and they ruined the canon. They ruined the canon as well.
Oh,
They-
that's the
they
worst of
Threw
all.
away the canon, and then they were like, "Oh, and then Ryan Johnson comes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, but in this one
But in
book,
the extended
the
universe,
book's
you
not
declared it not canon, motherfucker!
Like, and that is the worst part of it all. I think is just that it feels like Star Wars is this great, you know, piece of watermelon. It's sitting there on the table, and it's like, yeah. And the more time has gone on, you know,
It's got a little
it's just
moldier.
gotten moldier.
You know, there's a worm in it.
Moldier.
Someone's taken a bite out of it. Your neighbor has sit on it. It's got a footprint on it. How's
Yes.
that sandwich coming along, by the way?
Well, you can put this watermelon in between the two pieces of bread.
It's
That would
You
be
guys lost me.
Yeah. Look, all I'm saying is that I just hate what Star Wars has become. At one point in time, Star Wars was the pinnacle of like world building and entertainment. It made me feel like I was a part of that universe. Now all it does is fill me with resentment and anger. And I still have the original trilogy and the original games, and that'll never go away. And when I play those games and I watch those movies, and I read the old canon, you know, I'm back to when I was a 10-year-old, you know. Back to when I was a 10-year-old pretending that I with a flashlight. Hey,
Yo,
this is
Bill,
a lightsaber.
How many times did you
You
go
know?
with your friend and everybody goes voo voo with the lightsabers?
Yes, exactly.
You grab a toilet roll and it's immediately it's a
It's a
blaster.
Are you broke motherfuckers can't get the real toy?
No, we're
Hey,
broke.
Hey.
Hey, even if we weren't broke, we can't find them down here.
Okay, we can, but it's not selling.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it just I don't know. It feels really sad. Irby, I don't know. What do you think, man? Like, do you also agree with me on this one?
It is sad, but like at this point, like I'm numb to like this news, like and all that stuff. Like all that emotion is gone almost. Like I went through it, and now I can never be excited for Star Wars again. Like I can't see it happening because like my hopes for what Star Wars can be have been like what is the word I'm looking for? Like
Have been shattered.
yeah, shattered, deteriorated. Like it's not there anymore, and I hate that so much. I don't think it'll ever come back to me.
That excitement, right? That feeling.
Like, because when I first heard
Yes.
Episode 7's coming, I was like, oh shit, Episode 7. When I see Star Wars 1313 was going to come out, I was like, oh my god.
Yes,
like,
I know. Look,
Ooh.
I was excited. I think everybody was excited because we knew that Disney bought Marvel, and they were doing a pretty good job there, you know. And then we were like, oh shit, like fuck. Do you think Disney is going to put that same level of artistic talent and integrity into Star? No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
And
couldn't
Episode
give
7,
less of a
it was
shit.
pretty good. Like, I
Episode
was really
7
skeptical with J.J. Abrams because I was like, you can't give the director of Star Trek Star Wars. Like, it's retarded. It seems something like an old person would do. Like, oh, Star Trek, Star Wars, same thing. But, like,
okay, but look,
it exceeded beyond my expectations by a lot.
J.J. Abrams
Like-
did say that he was a fan of Star Wars. But again, I guess that doesn't mean anything these days because so.
But he also said he was a bigger fan of Star Trek. Like,
That is true.
But that
I
doesn't
know he
mean
said
you
that.
can't make a Star Wars movie. There's nothing wrong with Star Trek.
But look, the thing is, I will be the first one to admit I know that The Force Awakens had many flaws. Okay, it had many flaws. It was essentially
It's
at
a
its
New
core,
Hope
a cardboard copy
Yeah, it's A New Hope
of
too.
A New Hope. Yes, and
but goddamn, there was character
the
development.
thing is, what everybody fails to say is that yes, there's character development there. They set up these new characters well enough, and yes, Rey was a Mary Sue in The Force Awakens as well.
But not
But they had
not
a
as
chance.
much.
Look, not as much, but the thing is, they had a chance in The Last Jedi to explain why. They had a
Yeah,
chance.
if she was related to Palpatine or Kenobi or
Yes,
something.
you know, like anything. They had a chance to explain and they didn't. And that's the thing that pisses me off the most, is that J.J. Abrams, it doesn't matter. Ryan Johnson, here's talking to you, okay? I don't care what beef you have with J.J. Abrams. If you do.
Handle it in the street.
Yes. Go into the street and fight it out, okay? But don't ruin
Sci-fi
Star
there is.
Wars for everybody else because you can't pull your head out of your ass. And Kathleen Kennedy, for fuck's sake, just quit. Just get the fuck out of Lucasfilm. You're like a worm in an apple. Just fuck off.
I'm just
imagining
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you there. Just fuck off.
I'm just imagining two sci-fi directors in a knife fight. That's gonna be so fun.
J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson.
Knife fight! these two nerds trying to attack each other, flailing about the street. I need these things. It gives me joy.
Yeah, look,
Star
if
Wars
they made The Last Jedi just the two of them doing a knife fight, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
But all right. The last thing we want to mention is that Phil Lord and Chris Miller are going to be credited in the credits of Solo.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
They'll be credited.
Yeah,
I don't want my
fuck.
name associated with this.
It's like really like okay, you're gonna be credited.
Yeah, woo! Victory, guys!
Yeah.
Play the music, bring out the breakdancing, George Washington, victory!
Bring out the strippers. Like,
Yeah.
we got this.
Yeah, bring out the strippers! Oh, god, them some ugly strippers. And why do you always hire men?
Well, male strippers.
So, I mean, look, I guess they're gonna be credited. I mean, they should be. 70% of the movie they fucking did.
Well,
so...
that just means that 70% of the name is on the credit and then it gets cut off.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, in the credits they show all the companies that did the sound. Then they show the music tracks, and then they show the like Disney. Then after that, a huge long black screen. And it's like Chris Miller and Phil Lord.
No, it's worse than that. All the companies that do sound, all the actors, all the people, and then the list is this long. You know, look at all the stuntmen. Oh, fuck, those are directors.
Oh, no. Special thanks to, and underneath special thanks to, oh, and also these guys.
Yeah.
I
I guess they made 70% of our movie for us. Fucking god. What a bunch of losers.
So I don't know. Look, we will watch Solo for you guys. We will put it out. We'll see if we can watch Solo at the premieres and bring it to you before the main release. Yes. So that you guys can know if you should go see it or not. And don't worry, we won't let our prejudice get in the way on this one.
We aren't biased.
Yes.
We all acknowledge The Force Awakens is good. We were not pissed off at Johnson until after the movie.
Yes.
And we will go into the cinema with an open mind. If they impress us, we will say it. And we will say, alright, they fixed it. We are not wrong. Even if they make an amazing movie, The Last Jedi still sucks.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, look.
But
if this is the best Star Wars movie
but
ever
all that
made,
means is
it doesn't
J.J.
mean
Abrams
shit
must
because
have
The Last Jedi
sacrificed
still
something
sucks.
amazing to the devil to do it.
Oh look, J.J. Abrams is not responsible for this though. But episode 9.
Oh, the Schwadlin. I forgot. Yeah, so many goddamn directors. I don't give a shit anymore. Can I call all of them Larry?
Sure.
No.
Gary?
No.
Barry?
No.
No.
But look, overall though, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of these weird things.
The girl in the background of that picture has a weird smile.
Anyway, I'm hoping that Solo does well. And at the same time, I'm also very hesitant to get my hopes up at all.
Look at the bright
Because-
side. With your hopes this low, can you be
True.
disappointed?
That is true.
That's where I'm at right now. I don't think
That
I
is
could be
true.
disappointed.
Look, if
in
We
it.
are the epitome of not on the hype train right now.
Yes. So, yeah, that is true. If this movie sucks, I won't be surprised. If it's great,
Then we will be
then
surprised.
we will be surprised.
And happy.
And happy.
And
yes.
maybe make a happy video where we don't rant and rave like
Yes.
silly lunatics.
It'll be you like it. Hey, I guess
Yeah,
we
you
also
like it and
we do
So
too.
do we.
Yeah, so do we.
it's a Christmas miracle in May.
Yes. But all right. Any last words, guys?
I'm
Any
not looking
chance
forward to this
Kennedy
movie.
could just fall down a flight of stairs or something.
You want that to happen, Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah,
Not
not
Ryan
like,
Johnson. You want them both to be skipping hand in hand and then fall down some stairs.
well, you know how some people believe the Earth is flat.
You want them to fall off the edge.
Yeah.
All right.
Or at the very least, both of them get on a boat and go looking for it.
It's true. Knowing how stupid the both of them are,
They'll just go, we're very close now. Yeah, they say there's a region in the southern hemisphere where you can sail around the world constantly. There's no land. Can we get them on a boat and just do that?
Yeah,
A sailboat. It'll be infinite. Tell them, no, you're close to the edge, guys.
We'll tell them, hey, listen, you're doing a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
We should just let them direct the Transformers movies or
Oh,
something.
oh.
Like,
Yeah,
just let them do
come
that.
on, how much worse can they make it?
That is true at this
Like-
point. I mean, look, the thing is, imagine if Michael Bay and Ryan Johnson made a movie with Kathleen Kennedy and Michael.
Look, I'd rather have a Michael Bay Star Wars at this point.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I think you're right. Yes, there would be tons of explosions,
But at least there'd be a pretty lady to look at.
Like,
yes.
Michael Bay is stupid, but
Yes.
I don't know what level of stupidity.
At
Michael
least
Bay
the main,
always
at least the main character
Last
is
Jedi.
the main character is funny. The main female character is hot, and
And that's pretty much
and
it.
the CG is not shit.
Yeah,
But-
that's the Michael Bay formula. Explosions, hot female character,
Goofy main male character,
goofy main
big
male
burly
character.
soldier.
and there we go. Done.
Yeah, done. Aliens. He likes aliens.
Aliens.
So I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand what happened. I wish
I
wish
do,
that,
but that's just.
I wish
that
that
makes it
I
worse.
wish that this never happened. I wish that Lucas never sold Star Wars. I just wish that he gave it to some up and coming writers and directors instead. If he didn't want to do it anymore, he could have kept it, but just given it to a bunch of Star Wars fans who would have known what to do with it.
Or
And-
go the licensing route. Just license.
yeah,
some
license it
people to
out. Just anything other than this, because this is just.
Sell it to James Cameron.
I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
and then all the
They do
characters
it.
will be blue on a forest planet, and then people will be the bad guys.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
And we'll get some stupid mineral, like unobtainium. What a fucking wank.
I don't know. I'm just super disappointed at this point. I wish that.
Yes.
Yeah, like it reached a level that it can never return. Like I'm done with being excited over Star Wars anymore. Like
Yeah, I'm getting there myself. I still have a little bit of hope, but that's just the kid in me holding on to anything at this point.
just grow up already.
Grow
This
up,
is the
motherfucker.
real world.
I'm just a kid holding on to anything. In this case, a whiskey glass.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that much of
I'm
a
a kid.
kid. Daddy gave me his whiskey glass.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's a fun thing to do with a kid, by the way. Yeah, you get some cool drink and you get 2 shot glasses. you pour him a shot, and you pour yourself a shot, and you teach him that. You send him off to his parents and tell, and every time they say you want some cool drink, he go gets a shot glass. It's so funny. By the way,
do not do that.
oh, by the way, I'm not babysitting this weekend. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Again.
But okay. I guess, yeah, that brings us to the end of our State of Star Wars videos. Please leave us a comment down below if you agree or disagree with us. You know.
Please don't watch the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah, please
Like
don't
unless
watch
we
the
tell
Star
you
Wars
to,
movie. If you want to watch it, just wait for our review.
Get it
and
on
we'll
the or
let
get
you
it on
know.
the cheap somewhere.
Yeah, just please don't, and do not buy the Lost Jedi Blu-ray. Please, anyone listening, do not buy the Lost Jedi Blu-ray. Don't give them any more money. Don't give them anything. They don't deserve anything from us anymore. They treated us like shit, and we should not give them shit.
We were
And that's
able
it.
to get EA to stop with their shit. I think we can stop Disney too.
We just
Okay,
need
it's
to-
our full victory with EA, but at least it's something.
We'll get there eventually, I guess.
Ah,
Alright.
hopefully.
Hope you guys enjoyed the State of Star Wars Part 2. And we'll see you all next time.
Thank you for all the support and listening to 3 grown-ass men complaining. We hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And please consider supporting us on Patreon. If you want to receive updates on our channel, as well as when we release our videos, please join us on Facebook and Twitter. Enjoy, and we'll see you all next time.